My name is Kaylani Scott with the Nez Perce Tribe, and today we are flying over the Stibnite mine site with EcoFlight. Thanks for inviting me along.
Hey Kalani, good to have you with us. What can you tell us about these stunning landscapes?
The Nimiipuu or Nez Perce people have always called the lands in the Pacific Northwest home. The natural beauty and bountiful gifts in this area are incomparable. Since time immemorial, the Nez Perce have occupied and used these rivers, mountains, and valleys in what is today Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and Montana for subsistence, ceremonial, cultural, spiritual, and commercial purposes. These resources are also intimately connected to and part of the Nez Perce origin, history, religion, spirituality, and identity as a people.
That's great, Kalani. Anything else you want to share with us about the history of this place and the tribe's connection to the land?
Well, in response to westward expansion, the Nez Perce negotiated a treaty with the United States in 1855 to help preserve the tribe's way of life. This treaty secured, among other guarantees, the right of the Nez Perce to fish at all usual and accustomed fishing places, as well as the right to hunt, gather, pasture on unopened and unclaimed lands, and travel throughout the tribe's vast Aboriginal homeland. The discovery of precious minerals and gems in this area brought a different type of resource use into focus: mining. Since that time, the Nez Perce's homelands have been negatively impacted by many different types of mining activities, including gold mining. Mining still threatens many areas today to the detriment of all of us who live here and value the lands and natural resources. Nez Perce tribal members continue to access areas within and adjacent to the Stibnite site to exercise treaty rights and for cultural and ceremonial purposes. The tribe also commits millions of dollars in resources to address the negative impacts of mining. Steady progress has been made in improving the water quality and habitat of streams that were contaminated by past gold mining activity.
Well, tell me, why are the tribes and the private citizens doing this rehabilitation work?
Because, over and over again, mining companies have disappeared after extracting their gold and did little to nothing to clean up the immense environmental messes they caused, which are felt by the Nez Perce people today. This area, contaminated by past mining activity, is now the focus of a new project proposed by Midas Gold, a Canadian company controlled by a New York investor. Past companies and the United States have failed to follow through with promises to clean up the polluted area. Now, Midas Gold has promised to clean up the area by mining gold from it. This promise seems too good to be true, especially when the proposed mine is actually a massive cyanide vat leach mining project that will damage pristine, undisturbed areas. The Nez Perce are all too familiar with broken promises. I can tell you that with this project, mountains will be moved, valleys will be filled in, streams will be relocated, and 2 new toxic lakes will be dammed up in this ecosystem. Similar to the Thompson Creek mine, which you can see below, the lasting impact of this project will be real and substantial. 413 acres of toxic mine tailings, 430 acres of waste rock storage, 3 toxic tailing ponds. In 20 years, the gold will be extracted and jobs will be gone. After New York investors and Canadian businesses extract what they want from the area, we, the citizens of the Nez Perce tribe and Idaho, will be left with a wilderness that doesn't exist anymore. But this isn't even the total extent of the negative impacts. However, I'll let Reese tell you more about that.
Thanks, Kaylani. My name is Reese Hodges with Idaho Rivers United. In addition to the irreplaceable Indigenous cultural resources and values in the South Fork Salmon River watershed, the Stibnite Gold Project poses a direct threat to outstanding recreational opportunities. Within the analysis area of the proposed project, over 20% of Chinook salmon and bull trout habitat will be destroyed, both Endangered Species Act listed fish and beloved by both Idahoans and recreational tourists. So now we are less than 10 miles downstream of the project site. This is where whitewater enthusiasts from all over the world travel annually to paddle the challenging rapids and awesome canyons of the East Fork, South Fork Salmon River, and the South Fork Salmon River. And now you can see the confluence with the main Salmon River, which is an incredible recreational resource and provides critical income to rural riverside communities in the area. Annual visitors to the main Salmon River spend $13.5 million annually on guide and outfitter services, food, lodging, and other goods and services in the local area. Idaho's booming outdoor recreation economy, which provides 78,000 direct jobs and $2.3 billion in annual wages and salaries, far outweighs the short-term economic gain offered by gold mining.
Do Idaho citizens want to trust outsiders with their pristine subalpine landscape? Do we buy Midas Gold's slogan of being a restoration company? That they are environmentalists at heart? Who will be stuck with this mess? We know the citizens of New York or Canada will not be.
Man, what a special place. Wilder than wild. Sure seems like it's worth protecting for future generations to enjoy. Well, what can people do to get their voices heard about this?
Please join the Nez Perce tribe and our numerous partners in Idaho by taking action now to protect our rivers and resources for future generations. Send your comments to the Forest Service today.